Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be covering 100 saints that were martyred for their faith in God and Jesus Christ. But before we get into that, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because these videos actually take a really long time to make. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the 100 saints that were martyred for their faith in Jesus Christ. Okay, so up first we have Saint Stephen. Now, Saint Stephen was the first ever Christian to ever be martyred for his faith. He was stoned to death in Jerusalem. And yeah, I also want to make a quick note of this. Not all of these deaths are going to be biblically accurate. You'll see what I mean later. But yes, Saint Stephen was the first ever Christian to be martyred for his faith. Up next, we have Saint James of the 12 Disciples of Jesus Christ. He was beheaded in Jerusalem. That's number 2. Number 3 is Saint Peter. He was crucified upside down because he refused to die the way Jesus did. He actually died in Rome. So, yeah, do with that information as you will. Number 4, we have Saint Paul. He was beheaded in Rome because he was spreading Christianity. Not because, but at the time he was spreading Christianity through Rome. And yeah, he was beheaded. Up number 5, we have Saint Andrew, who was crucified in an X shape because he refused to die like Jesus. Up number 6, we have Saint Thomas, who was actually speared to death in India for preaching Christianity. Saint Philip was crucified upside down in Hierapolis after converting someone's wife. Saint Bartholomew was flayed alive, and then he was beheaded for preaching Christianity. Saint Matthew was possibly stabbed to his passing for preaching Christianity, possibly. Also, I just want to make a quick note of this. Not all of these passings or deaths are going to be biblically accurate. Like, for example, it says nowhere in the Bible that Peter was crucified upside down or any of them. It's not detailed about their deaths, but I did my research and this is what I found. But all of these people did die for their faith. That's one thing you can get straight. Saint James, the second James, was thrown off of a temple and then beaten to death for his faith in Christianity. At number 11, we have Simon the Zealot. He was possibly sewn in half or was crucified. At number 12, we have Saint Thaddeus. He was beaten to death with clubs or he was beheaded. At number 13, we have Saint Mark, who was beaten up by pagans and he was dragged through the street, ending in his death. On number 14, we have Saint Luke, who was actually hanged in Greece for preaching his faith. At number 15, we have Saint Ignatius, who was actually eaten by lions in Rome for refusing to deny Christ. At number 16, we have Saint Polycarp, who was actually burned at the stake in Rome, but the fire did not end him, so they had to stab him. Saint Justin was martyred in Rome because he preached about Jesus in his writings. More specifically, he was beheaded. At number 18, we have Perpetua. She was thrown into a den of beasts for refusing to deny Jesus Christ. At number 19, we have Felicity, who was accompanied by Perpetua when they were both thrown into the den of beasts. Also, to make a note of this, she was pregnant when it happened, so do with that information as you will, but they were both martyred at the same time. Perpetua and Felicity. I could have said their names wrong. Please forgive me. Also, by the way, I just want to make a quick note of this. If I am getting the pronunciations wrong, please, I'm begging you, forgive me because I'm sorry. I just wanted to make a quick note of that. Please forgive me. At number 20, we have Saint Irenaeus, who was actually beheaded in France for opposing heresy and defending the name of Jesus Christ. Spreading Christianity, my bad. At number 21, we have Saint Lawrence, who was actually roasted alive under an emperor in Rome. At number 22, we have Saint Cyprian. He was actually beheaded in Rome for refusing to give sacrifices to the Roman gods. At number 23, we have Saint Sebastian. He was actually shot a bunch with arrows, and then he didn't die from that, so they had to club him to death, and this was for Jesus. He was martyred for believing in Jesus and preaching Jesus. At number 24, we have Saint Agnes, who was martyred because she refused marriage and faith to Jesus. At number 25, we have Saint Vincent. He was tortured and left for dead in Spain. At number 26, we have Saint Lucy, who was actually martyred for refusing to marry a pagan. At number 27, we have Saint George, who was beheaded because he refused to worship Roman gods. At number 28, we have Saint Alban, who was beheaded for hiding a Roman priest. Also, he was the first martyr ever in Britain. Or no, he was the first ever British martyr. At At number 29, we have Saint Catherine of Alexandria. She was, how do I say this? She was tortured on a wheeling block. You guys can look up what that means. Also, she was beheaded after that. Number 30, we have Saint Marcellinus, who was actually, he was martyred for being a priest under Delosian's persecution. I could be saying his name wrong. On number 31, we have Saint Peter of Verona. He was martyred because he was opposing heretics in their beliefs and preaching against their beliefs. On number 32, we have Saint Thomas Becket, who was martyred inside of a cathedral because he was opposing King Henry II. At number 33, we have Saint Joanne of Arc. I already made a video about her. I won't go too much into detail, but she's dope. She was actually martyred unfairly at the stake and for her leadership in battle. At number 34, we have Saint Thomas More, who was beheaded because he didn't support King Henry's break from the church. At number 35, we have Saint John Fisher, who was martyred because he refused King Henry VIII to be the head of the church. At number 36, we have Saint Edmund Campion. He was hanged, drawn, and quartered for secretly ministering Catholics in England. At number 37, we have Saint Paul Miki. He was crucified in Japan for preaching Christianity. At number 38, we have Saint Saint Kateri Tekakwitha, sorry. Again, I tell you, I'm terrible at these names. I promise you, I am. She was a Native American that converted to Christianity, and then after that, she was martyred for her faith. At number 39, we have Saint Isaac Jogues, who was a French missionary that was killed by Iraqi soldiers. Not Iraqi, Iraqi. That's what it says. I promise you it does. At number 40, we have Saint Andrew Tim Cajun. He was actually beheaded in Korea for preaching about Christianity. At number 41, we have Saint, let me see if I can get this right, Saint Jean de Breuf. Could be saying his name wrong. He was a French Jesuit tortured and killed in Canada by Iroquois, I could be saying their name wrong, but he was martyred in Canada for spreading Christianity. At number 42, we have Saint, Charles Lwanga. He was martyred in Uganda for converting young men to Christianity. At number 43, we have Saint Pedro Calungsod. He was martyred in Guam for baptizing natives. He was also a Filipino missionary and being a Catholic priest. At number 44, we have Saint Miguel Pro that was executed in Mexico by a firing squad for being a Catholic priest. At number 45, we have Saint Maximilian Kolbe. He was a Polish priest that volunteered to die in another man's place in Auschwitz. At number 46, we have Saint Lorenzo Ruiz. He was a Filipino missionary that was actually martyred in Japan because he refused to renounce Jesus Christ. At number 47, we have Saint John de Brito. He was a Portuguese Jesuit who was martyred in India for converting Hindus to Christianity. At number 48, we have Saint Jose Sanchez del Rio. I could be saying his name wrong. He was a 14-year-old boy who was martyred in Mexico for refusing to deny Jesus Christ. Number 49, we have Saint Oscar Romero, who was an archbishop that was assassinated during Mass in El Salvador, and at this time he was celebrating for defending the poor. At number 50, we have Saint Paul Chong Hasong, who was a Korean lay leader who was martyred for promoting Christianity. At number 51, we have Saint Théophane Bernard. I could be saying that wrong, but he was a French missionary beheaded in Vietnam for Jesus Christ. At number 52, we have Gonzalo Garcia. He was a Spanish Indian who was crucified in Japan for his faith. At number 53, we have Saint Isaac Jogues. I could have covered him already. He was a French missionary executed by Iroquois. I could be saying their names wrong, but whatever. At number 54, we have Saint Gabriel Lallement. He was also martyred by, Jean de Breuf. He was martyred along him. I covered him like a little bit ago in this video, like I covered him in a little bit. He was a French Jesuit tortured and martyred along the person I just mentioned. At number 55, we have Saint Denis of Paris. He was executed, and then legends say he carried his head after his death. Also, he was beheaded in France. At number 56, we have Saint Alban Rose. He was hanged, drawn, and quartered for being a Catholic priest. He was also an English Benedictine. At number 57, we have Saint Henry Morse. He was a Jesuit priest executed for ministering Catholics in England. Number 58, we have Saint Philip Howard. He was imprisoned and starved to death because he refused to renounce Catholicism. At number 59, we have Saint John Houseworth, or Saint John Southworth. He was an English priest hanged for celebrating Mass during an anti-Catholicism thing, during an anti-Catholic persecution. At number 60, we have Saint Margaret Clitheroe. She was crushed to death in England for hiding priests in her home. At number 61, we have Saint Eulalia. She was martyred and she was buried alive in Spain for her faith. At number 62, we have Saint Cyriacus. He was a Roman deacon that was martyred because he refused to make sacrifices to the emperor. At number 63, we have Saint Cecilia. She was martyred because she converted Romans to Christianity. At number 64, we have Saint Anastasia. She was buried alive for helping Christian prisoners. At number 65, we have Saint Valentine, who was beheaded for marrying Christian couples against Roman law. At number 66, we have Saint Pantaleon. He was a physician that was martyred because he was healing people in Christ's name. At number 67, we have Saint Vitus. It was a child martyr that was killed because they refused to give sacrifices to pagan gods. At number 68, we have Saint Apollonia, who got all her teeth pulled out and she was buried alive in Alexandria. At number 69, we have Saint Christina, who was martyred. She was tortured and killed in Italy for refusing to worship Roman gods. At number 70, we have Donation and Rogation. They were both brothers, so two of them. They were both brothers beheaded in France because they refused to renounce God and Jesus Christ. They're two brothers, so this was two martyred at the same time because they refused to deny Christ. At number 71, we have Saint Margaret, who was martyred because she refused the advances of the emperor at the time. At number 72, we have Saint Nicholas, who was tortured to death in England because he was building places for priests to hide. At number 73, we have Saint John, who was a Scottish Jesuit who was martyred because he was secretly ministering to Catholics. At number 74, we have Saint Andrew, who was a Polish Jesuit who refused to convert, therefore he was martyred. At number 75, we have Saint Kizito, who was a 14-year-old boy that was burned alive for his faith in Jesus Christ. Also, he was burned alive in Uganda. At number 76, we have Saint Peter Chanel. He was beaten to death in Pacific lands. At number 77, we have Saint Cassian, who was a teacher that was stabbed to death by his students for refusing to worship Roman gods. At number 78, we have Saint Januarius. I could be saying his name wrong, but he was a bishop in Italy that was beheaded, and legend says to this day that his blood is still liquefying, or said to liquefy annually. At number 79, we have Saint Boniface, who was a missionary to Germany, and then he was hacked to death by pagans. At number 80, we have Saint Peter of Arbois, who was assassinated for promoting Catholicism. Yeah, he was assassinated in Spain for promoting Catholicism. At number 81, we have Saint Isaac of Cordoba, or Cordoba, and he was beheaded in Spain for criticizing Islam. At number 2, we have Saint Dominic Ibanez, a Dominican priest that was tortured and killed in Japan. At number 83, we have Saint Agnes of Rome that was martyred because she was a young girl that was martyred because she refused to marry a pagan. Also, by the way, if you see any astrology in this, like right here, this is not my room. I don't believe in astrology. At number 85, we have Saint John Pleasington, who was martyred because he opposed an anti-Catholicism event at the time. At number 86, we have St. John Houghton, who was hanged, drawn, and what else? He was hanged, drawn, and quartered for refusing Henry VIII's supremacy. At number 87, we have St. Robert Southwell. He was a poet priest that was tortured and executed in England. And from 88 to 100, we have the 13 martyrs of Nagasaki. All 13 of them were crucified in Japan for spreading Christianity. But yeah, if you liked the video and you enjoyed it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because these videos actually take a really long time to make, and you'd be doing me an amazing... And yeah, that is 100 saints that were martyred for their faith in Jesus Christ. If you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because these videos actually take a really long time to make. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You'd be doing me an amazing favor if you actually did do those things. But yeah, I thank you, I love you, and God bless.